You're not ready? Hi. I've got an assistant.
Hi.
Hi. All right, so we are going to, hold on. Grandma's got to learn how to do Instagram Live. So I'm going to make a comment, which is the link to, hold on, I can't do it. Hey, what's up, everybody? Hold on.
Hello.
Gus, help me. Paste. Yeah, it's not working. Okay, so here we go. We want to send everybody to Premier Collectibles. Hey, how are you guys? I'm seeing so many people I recognize. So go to Premier Collectibles if you want to get any of the things that we are signing here today. They have been really awesome about setting all of this up. I was supposed to do all sorts of live signings, and you know, now we're all at home. And so we still wanted to see everybody. And so this is a cool way for us to hook up with everybody. Oh, wow. There's a lot of people here. Look, that's how many people are here, Gus.
Oh, someone just said, say hi, Gus.
Hi, Gus!
Hello, hello.
Yay! Okay, so backstory here. We are in George's room because it's the only room in the house where we can really close the door, right?
Yes.
And so you're going to have to bear with us because we're using all like baby furniture. So I'm going to prop you guys up on a toy here. Hold on. Can I turn this?
I already saw someone say Peyton Sawyer.
Not Peyton Sawyer anymore. Okay, so thank you guys so much for purchasing the book, Rural Diaries. I worked really hard with Harper One, and they were the best partners in the whole world to work with. Literally, the first time I spoke with them, they'd read my treatment, and they read a sample chapter, and they were like, this is a feminist book. This is a book about a woman finding her way. And I hadn't heard that from other publishers that I'd spoken to. So I really appreciated that they valued that angle. And I think, you know, I'm reading a lot of the responses that you guys are sending me. And I feel like maybe some of you are finding that as well. So a lot of gratitude all around. I have already signed all of these books. And I'm going to be signing these book plates now. And Harper One also let me design these. I told them I wanted a dandelion on there. And so they let me do it, which is cool. Hey! If you see anything good pop up on there, you're allowed to ask me those questions too. Gus is going to be my moderator. Oh my God, hi. What capital letters always get attention? Yay! So Gus is going to read the questions that you guys have sent in from Premier Collectibles. And yeah, I'm going to sign these. Okay, so you tell me, what's the best first question?
Amber from Fisk, Missouri. What has been your favorite or most surprising animal you have started to raise?
Ooh, Amber. Okay, so here on Mischief Farm, the very first animal that we took on was the alpaca. Right? Mm-hmm. And I don't know that I had ever spent any time or any energy thinking about alpaca until we found this farm, and the previous owners offered to let us keep them. And so I researched the alpaca, and they are literally the most accommodating animals. They all poop in one little pile. They don't, they don't hurt anybody. They don't have hooves, so they don't tear up the landscape. Yeah, they're just so nice, and their fiber is hypoallergenic. It is softer than cashmere. So we actually have the guys that come out and help us shear coming on, I think the 13th, from Twist of Fate Spinnery. And they will be helping us. We're going to videotape it and probably show that process on Friday Night In. Do you feel like that's something that Dad and I should show on the show on AMC?
Show on the show.
Show on the show.
Yeah.
Should we show people how to shear the alpaca?
Okay.
Okay. Great. Hello from France. Okay. Oh, speaking of France, here's the deal. I'm a grandma and I'm not very good at social media, right? But I've been seeing,
You should see her.
I have been I've been getting a lot of messages from people, particularly in Europe, asking if the book is going to be translated and where it's available. And so there is a HarperCollins link that I will post as soon as I can figure out how to juggle here. And it will tell you where your book is available. But there's not plans to translate it right now. I don't know. But yeah, if you contact my local bookstore, Oblong Books, they have been really wonderful about shipping autograph copies to people. So I don't know how many countries they are servicing, but we don't charge anything extra for the autograph. So shipping might be a little bit of money, but just know that we're not padding the book prices. Do you see a good question? Do you know what's hard?
Will Rural Diaries be translated in Russia?
I mean, I hope so. I hope one day. It's weird when a book first comes out. You have no idea what it's going to be. It's kind of like giving birth to a wild little animal. Because I couldn't predict what kind of person you were going to be. Okay, what's my next question?
Okay, Darby from Atlanta, Georgia. What is
Darby.
the number one reason you were inspired to live on a farm, and what's your advice for someone considering it?
Okay, the number one reason I wanted to live on a farm is probably because I read a lot of books as a kid, and I watched a lot of old movies, and that fast-paced city life seemed, it's fun, but there was something so beautiful about a small life, about putting your clothes out on the line, and about making your own garden and growing your own food and being in touch with every little part of your day-to-day life, and finding the beauty in simple things. And so, I grew up and I moved to the city and it was fun, but I didn't feel good there. So yeah, it had been a lifelong thing. I think your heart has a song in it to be a total cheeseball. And
I think you watched too much Anna Green Gables.
I watched a ton of Anna Green Gables. I read a ton of Anna Green Gables, and I watched a ton of Anna Green Gables. What would you say is good advice for someone that wants to move to a farm?
If you're considering on having donkeys, don't go near its bottom.
Oh yeah, don't get kicked by a donkey.
Don't get kicked by a donkey.
That'll ruin your whole day. I would say if you're going to move to a farm, first of all, you have to know how to make fun of yourself, because you're going to fail. And if you're the kind of person who gets really frustrated, it's probably not for you. But if you're the kind of person that can find the fun in failure, that's something that we talk about in the book, then every single day is just a different experiment. There's so much to do around here, and you just have to wing it until you become a pro at it.
Hey, thank you, Cherry Face.
Hey, Cherry Face. What'd Cherry Face say to you?
Oh, he said hi.
Right on, man. Yeah, what's my next question? Suck it to
Your
me.
next question is Dana from Staten Island, New York.
What's up, Dana?
What is your favorite memory from the OTH set?
Do you like or not like when I talk about One Tree Hill? Like when people...
It's fine!
It's fine!
It's fine!
You're so aggressive about it. My favorite memory from One Tree Hill... I mean, the really big episodes... I've talked about this quite a lot. The really big episodes were really fun. The state championship episode was really fun. But people have been asking this a lot lately, and there was an episode where I was on crutches. It was after Peyton had been shot, and Brooke comes over and talks to her on her front porch. And I think we'd all been really exhausted by work. We were working crazy hours. The school shooting episode was really, really difficult. And there was so much to process. And so Sophia and I were shooting this quiet little scene together, like 4 o'clock in the morning. And we went back to base camp and had a couple shots of vodka. And I just remember being able to laugh with her after so much stress and anxiety, and she piggybacked me out of the scene. She like picks me up and carries me out, and I think about that the same way I think about like memories of my friends from high school piggybacking me out. It's just you'll know one day. Are you gonna be super creeped out when all your friends at school are like, I watched your mom in this show where she's kissing and crying all the time? Is that gonna be weird?
I don't know.
I don't know. Now they're just like, your dad kills people on TV. Let's see. Oh, you love my streaks of gray? Thank God someone does. Jeez. My favorite thing about being a mom?
Right.
Honestly, he's going to be a teenager so soon, and it's going to break my heart because he's going to be too cool for me. And so I am just sucking up all the Gus time I can have right now. And you are spoiling me with attention. Do you ever get overwhelmed with me hovering?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
All right, give me another question, kiddo.
Okay. Sarah from, don't know quite know how to pronounce
Let me
this.
see. Sarah from Parma, Ohio.
What is your favorite project you've worked on so far?
Ooh, honey. I have a lot of favorites. I had a really good time on Lethal Weapon. It was fun to like jump out of helicopters and do
Yes.
stunts and stuff. That was a good time.
Yes.
White Collar will always be something I love a lot. They gave me my love for acting back, and I appreciate them so much. And if you're hanging out at home tonight, I'm going to be doing an event with them on Stars in the House with Gus's favorite, Seth Rudetsky.
Oh, wait, someone's asking about Grey's Anatomy.
Yeah,
I just heard Grey's.
Yeah, Grey's
So-
super fun.
Grey's with an exclamation mark.
Yes, an exclamation mark is right.
Exclamation mark.
And I love all the Christmas movies that I get to do with my friends. You know, Lifetime has been letting me produce, and I appreciate that they champion women at their network. And so they have been letting me put together projects. And I think it shows on screen how much we all actually love and care about each other. Hey, buddy, let me put these in that box. You're such a good assistant. So yeah, those are some of my favorites. I'm trying to think what else. I like every job that I do in the moment. Like, have I ever come home and been like, that was a real stinker? Not really. I don't think I have. Gus is calling me out. Council of Dads was so fun. That we just shot this year. Like, I got a phone call in November. They were like, Hilarie, get on a plane, go to Savannah, Georgia, go have a ton of fun, play this character Margot, who is feisty. And my character airs tonight. Are you going to watch it?
Maybe. The thing is that I didn't really like it because when you were gone, I'm not used to you being gone, so I got in trouble in school quite a lot.
I think you got in trouble in school because you're a Morgan and a Burton. Not because I was gone, but yeah, it really bothered me that you didn't like when I was... Well, no, it made me feel good that you wanted me to be home. That felt nice. All right, what do you see? What's next?
Okay. Jordan L. from Washington, Missouri.
Okay.
What
Hi, Jordan.
does your family ever travel with you when you leave to film a new project?
Oh my gosh, what a great follow-up question to you just telling me that it sucks when I leave. You've traveled with me before.
Yeah, I've traveled with you.
Where have you liked going?
I have no clue.
You like going to Louisiana.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, you like Louisiana. That's where we do a lot of our Christmas movies. And then we mostly, though, travel for Dad's work.
I didn't have the best kids club experience, though.
Gus got into a fight with some local kids at the kids club.
They stole my underpants!
Okay. They might have stolen his pants while he was swimming. But that said, we like going to all the different, like, like historic villages and Cajun Zydeco bands and stuff like that. We have a good time there. But we travel with Dad a lot. Dad takes us, we went to London last year. We've gotten to go to New Zealand. We try as much as possible to balance going to school and taking school very seriously, and also being together as a family. And so we're going to miss some days of school here and there, but we will get our work done, correct?
Yeah. Maybe.
Maybe. Yeah, where's your favorite place we've ever traveled as a family for work?
I'm gonna say
Why not?
London.
Yeah? What was your favorite spot in London? What was Mom's favorite spot?
I don't know. I kind of liked it all.
You liked it all. We liked Tower of London. We went and we saw Les Mis.
Oh, yeah.
Les Mis was awesome.
Oh, my God. It was awesome.
It was really cool. All right, give me another question.
Oh, we got another Sarah from Taylor, Pennsylvania. Where is your favorite place to hide away on the farm?
I never get to hide. Ever. Your dad goes to the garage. Where do you go?
I don't know.
Gus just got permission. He now can drive our little Rhino around. It's like a little ATV vehicle with a buggy on it, and he's very responsible. But he went and he got firewood for his dad earlier today, and he'll go run errands for me all over the property.
I don't even wear a helmet.
Gus.
What?
Here, we put that over there.
Gotta keep it entertaining.
No, Mom just stays on lockdown in the house. I'll retreat to the garden when the garden's in. That's where I usually am hiding out.
Yeah.
What's your favorite thing that we grow in the garden?
I have no clue.
What's the thing that you're like, oh yeah, it's growing, awesome? Probably strawberries. You geek out
yeah.
for the berries.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, give me another question.
Okay. Joan from Chicago, Illinois. I don't know if this has been answered before, but what book can you read over and over again without getting tired of it, and why?
Honey, you want to answer that question for your mama? What is it?
I don't know.
You know what book I read over and over
I
again.
don't know.
What are you looking for right
All
now?
I know are those like creepy books that make you don't go to sleep.
I mean, I read a lot of ghost books. I read Dandelion Wine.
Oh.
And over. And I just told you, you're old enough. I'm going to read it to you now. Do you think 10 years old is old enough to appreciate the full beauty of Ray Bradbury's Dandelion Wine?
Well, I watched Ray Bradbury Theater.
And did you like it?
Yes.
Yeah,
But I watched that when I was like 7.
I feel like you'd probably like it even more now because you are so much smarter than when you were 7. I mean, you were a really smart 7-year-old. You're just like a supremely bright 10-year-old. Yeah, Dandelion Wine. I got my very first copy of Dandelion Wine when I was 19 years old. I was living in Manhattan and very much missing Virginia and missing the small town that I'd grown up in. And so I found this book and just randomly picked it up because I really liked Martian Chronicles. I really liked Fahrenheit 451. And it spoke to me in a way that made me feel not alone. And it was the exact kind of book that I wanted to write one day. I just wanted to live in that book. And so I have given it to people over and over and over again. I gave it to your dad when I first started dating your dad. And it's a book, honestly, that deals with loss in a way that I think is really constructive. And so when people that I love experience a loss and I don't necessarily have the right words to articulate what I want to say to them, I will oftentimes give them a copy of Dandelion Wine? That was a good question.
Okay.
Are you riveted?
So, Amanda from Elizabeth City, North Carolina.
Hey, we got family in North Carolina.
If you could have an entire day to yourself, what would...
Don't be ridiculous.
What you choose to do and why? What you choose to do.
What would I do?
What would you do?
Alone?
Alone.
I can't think of the last time I ever was alone.
Well, just imagine that you could have anyone you want.
Yeah, I don't want to be alone. I worked so hard to get the family that I have.
Then the thing you would pick is being with your family.
Yeah. Yeah, I would hang out with you. Although, it would be really cool if, like, everyone in the house picked up all their own toys and put their own dishes away. That
What do you mean? I totally do that.
Okay. What's my next question? You're doing a really good job. Thank you for helping me. I know you'd rather be,
Playing video games.
playing video
I know.
games, watching Gumball.
I would totally say the name of the video game I would be playing right now, but I don't want to be copyrighted.
Okay. Let's see. Hold on.
Okay.
Brazil. Hi, Brazil. Hi, England. What's my favorite animal?
Oh, I don't know.
I like crows. So everyone in our family has an animal that we like a lot, and we have a relative who takes part in powwows and has really, immersed himself in that part of our family's lineage. And so he called and gave Gus his Native American name, Wasabagoa.
Yeah, I totally forgot that.
Yeah, it's hard to say. But he also gave Gus his animal, and so Gus is a bear because he's perfectly confident and
Yeah.
can stand alone, and is you're a really confident person, and I like that about you. Your dad likes to think that he is a wolf.
He's a beaver.
But the beaver is the animal that, like, works really hard and takes care of its family. And we did a test, and we filled in everything about Dad, and it came back the beaver. But George is a bunny. Do you remember when George was born, and all of a sudden bunnies popped up everywhere?
Yeah. I remember being at the Native American site in the Outer Banks, and we saw like 3 bunnies.
Yeah, they just came hopping right up to her. They love her. And then I have always been partial to the crow or the raven. I mean, I like birds that are up to no good. I'm definitely like a bird person. Just kind of hollow boned and pecking at stuff, kind of irritating. Is that pretty on point?
I'm pretty surprised that George isn't like a woodpecker. Like annoying. They actually thought of adding that to 9 craft.
A woodpecker?
Yeah.
Would it just come in and like ruin people's homes?
Yeah.
That's terrible. All right, next question.
Okay. Erica from Harville, Massachusetts.
Okay.
What are some books that you love or are currently reading?
Okay, so right now, Dad was shooting a movie in Massachusetts when everything was shut down. And Gus and I were excited to go to Massachusetts because there were 2 people there that we wanted to meet. So the first weekend we were there, before quarantine, we got to meet one of our heroes, Aaron Mankey. And he writes and produces the podcast Lore, Cabinet of Curiosities. He also produces Dana Schwartz's podcast, Noble Blood. We are in the car so much as a family, and we listen to his podcast all the time.
Can you survive for 1 second?
I can survive for a second. What are you going to get? So Aaron came to visit, and he happened to bring young Gus Morgan some autographed copies of his book, which was thrilling. And he just like sat and talked to Gus for a very long time. So Aaron Mahnke is the coolest dude ever. So we were reading his books, lore, and they're all based on his podcast. So that's really cool. Oh, I hear someone coming back. Where are you going, boss? And then the next person that we were supposed to meet, I did not get a chance to meet. Alice Hoffman is one of my favorite writers. Obviously, I began loving her for Practical Magic, but then I grew up. Practical Magic came out a while ago. What were you looking for? The lore book?
The lore book.
Yeah, it's on your desk. It's okay.
I checked my desk.
I checked my desk. So Alice Hoffman is someone who I really admire. She writes about witchy women, and a number of her books are my favorites. I love The Red Garden. I love the prequel to Practical Magic, Rules of Magic. She's got another prequel coming out called Magic Lessons. She's awesome. She's really awesome, and she champions women who are misunderstood and perhaps a bit lippy. Are we back? Okay, we're back. Yeah, that's what I'm reading right now. All right, hit me with another one, boss.
Jessica from Jonesboro, Tennessee.
Yeah?
My mom's family grew up on a farm and loved hearing about all their... And my mom's family grew up on a farm and loved hearing about all their adventures.
Cool.
What is one of the best memories you've made on the farm that you would like to pass down through your family?
Oh, man.
Many. That's why I'm probably going to forget most of them.
What adventure have we had on our farm that's going to be like a family legend?
Well, the only family legend I remember is getting lost in Georgia, and you were so hot you took off your feet.
That's true.
You took off your sandals.
That's right. We went on a short walk that turned into a 6-hour hike. I would say you finding the fairy door here at the farm was pretty cool. We've got
Yeah, you said that I was going to open when I'm a teenager. And I'm a teenager in 3 years, man.
No, when you're 18, the door will open. So we have this door where there's a big knot in this tree that we have, and miraculously, a door handle and a door knocker showed up on it. And Gus knows that he comes from a pretty magical family, and so we've let him know that when he turns 18, he'll be able to step through the portal. Yeah, I think that'll be there probably forever. Here, we put that in the box for me. Thank you, darling. Yeah, we've got magical stuff. My dad reminded me of a story. I'm so mad I didn't put this in the book. He read the book. He called me. He's like, "Oh, I love it. I love it." And he's like, "But you didn't put the story about my mom's duck in there." And I've said a number of times that the ducks here on the farm, be careful with that. The ducks here on the farm are my favorites because they have huge personalities. But apparently my grandmother, who I didn't know very well, was also a duck woman. And she had a pet duck that was always underfoot. Always, always, always. And apparently one day while she was out putting clothes on the line, she took a step backwards and stepped on her duck and had to take it to the emergency vet. And she freaked out. You know, this is back in like the early 50s. My father's family was, you're a weirdo. My father's family was very poor. And she spent $75 at the vet getting the duck's leg amputated and getting a peg leg put on that duck. But that was a whole week's wages for my grandfather at the time. So she saved her pet duck, but when she got home and my grandfather found out she'd spent the entire week's wages on this pet duck, it was a thing. So yeah, we're duck people. That's it.
I would just like to know what sound it makes when it comes.
Gus, you're just like your dad. You're so twisted. Will you read me another question?
Okay, fine.
Okay, fine.
From Kathy Stale, York, Pennsylvania. How many animals do you have? From Kaylin, age 12.
Oh, hey, Kaylin, age 12. Kaylin, are you here? Are you watching? Let me see. Is Kaylin here? Does Gus want to be an actor?
Say googie googie.
Do you want to be an actor? People are asking if you want to be an actor.
Say googie googie if you're here.
No, he wants to be a director. He even said to his dad and he was like, actors are chumps. I want to be in charge.
Yes, I do want to be an actor.
There you go. Hold on, let's see. I saw something about Prince Edward Island. Like, yes. Would you go to Prince Edward Island with me?
Okay.
All right, give me another question. Oh, wait, what did Kaylin ask again? Hold on. How many animals do we have? All right, will you help me list the animals?
So we
have the 3-boy alpaca.
We have the
4
3 ducks.
4-girl alpaca.
We got
How many donkeys?
We got 6 big chickens, and we have.
But we've got more than that now because we've got all those babies.
Yeah, I have no clue how many animals we have.
There's so many of them.
I mean, we got an emu.
We have the emu and the donkey. We have the 3 Highland cows. We have, well, now we're starting to get some wild animals that have entered our turf. Jeff noticed these 2 wild geese that have nested on our property, and so he's like down taking food to them. Here, take that. So Daddy's been feeding the wild geese, and we have a skunk. Did you smell that skunk the other night?
No.
Remember when Bandit was like, we couldn't find him? I thought for sure Bandit was in a tangle with the skunk.
Well,
He's done it before!
Well, thank goodness I didn't smell it.
Yeah, it was gnarly. So yeah, Kaylin, we have a lot going on here. Let's see. Hey, Puerto Rico! How are you? That's where Bandit's from. Our dog. Are we vegan? I'm not vegan, but my son is. Yeah, he's gonna live forever. He's got the best diet of anybody. Let's see. Oh, how come Sophia hasn't been on Friday night with the Morgans? Wait for it, my friends. Patience. All right, what's my next question here?
From Savannah, Selena, Ohio.
Okay.
Okay, can you please get a One Trio reunion in the making? I also, how have you changed? How have you changed since the show aired? Personally, mentally, emotionally.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, that's a long story.
Whoo! Baby, that is the book. That's the whole book. Just get the book. I don't know. I go back and forth. Get the book. I go back and forth. Sometimes when I go home and see my friends from high school, they're very much like, you're the most immature person ever. Still, you still act like you're 15.
Kind of true.
It is true. But then I was, the first of my friends to have a baby, and you helped me grow up a lot. You're very helpful.
I mean, yeah, normally the reason you grew up is dealing with this. Guess what? I'm fun mom. Really? Okay, I'll go get the iPad. No.
Yeah, I know. I've got to go from being fun mom to tough mom multiple times.
You can just say, I'm going to go get the iPad, and it's over.
That's true.
It's over.
The iPad is for your brain what sugar is to your teeth. Like, it's...
Sorry, I had iPad.
You're insane. Okay, read me another question.
Okay.
He's losing his marbles.
Okay. Selena from Tabor City, North Carolina.
Cool.
Tabor?
Tabor City.
Tabor.
It's easier to say if you use a southern accent, Gus.
Okay. What? I think that if it's supposed to be this.
What? Yeah. What is your favorite flower?
Favorite flower?
My favorite flower is the dandelion. Duh.
Of course.
I also am a real sucker for peonies. I love a peony. And what's cool on this property is that we've kind of got a little bit of everything. So as soon as one thing starts dying out, another thing starts blooming. So it's this constant symphony of flowers. And so first it's, like the little hyacinths come up, and then you've got all the trees that start flowering, like the forsythia, and then we get the daffodils and the tulips, and what's growing right now?
I have no clue.
I mean, this is dandelion week. It's big dandelion week. And then the peonies are gonna go, and the lilacs are gonna go, and then we get the huge bushes of catmint. Can you hear? George and Dad are back. Don't let them find us. Can you hear them? George is gonna come tearing in here and just knock everything over. Stop. Okay, they're leaving. Okay, we're safe again. We're safe. Okay, what's my next question?
Okay. I'm sorry, I'm a little lightheaded.
Oh, I appreciate that you were looking out for me.
Okay. From Christina Mary, Nottingham, Maryland. What is
Okay.
your favorite sandwich?
My favorite sandwich is a hot dog. Hot dog dance.
Is the hot dog a sandwich?
Of course, it's a sandwich. It's a piece of meat with fixins on bread.
Sandwiches don't need meat.
They don't need meat, but they can have meat. Like a roast beef sandwich is
Right.
still a sandwich. It's a hot dog. They're the best.
No.
See? Hot dogs are the best. Everybody's saying hot dogs are the best. The best. The best. Hot dogs are the best.
As a vegan, I can't really say anything because I've never did that.
What's your favorite sandwich?
A hot dog.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so yeah, that's a really good recipe.
It's like a carrot.
We found the recipe for not dogs. You can brine carrots to taste very close to hot dogs.
Oh,
Hi,
no.
honey. You want to say hi?
Oh no!
Come here.
Take shelter! Close the hatches! Oh my god!
Okay. Hey,
Daddy.
who's right there? Oh, Daddy, no!
Daddy, no! Mom, this is live.
All right, I love you. Bye. I'll hug you later.
Are we safe?
I think we're safe.
Okay.
That was George.
Okay, close the door! Close the door!
Hey, Gus, tell me if Johnny's in there.
There's a little Johnny.
Johnny.
There's a little Johnny.
Who are you talking to?
I'm doing an Instagram live signing.
Oh,
Hi, Dad. You want to say hi? This is my first time doing one of these, and I know we got to get in real close to read the questions.
hi, George.
A lot of George talk. Oh, Christ! She just dropped something on her head.
It's all right.
Oh, it was just a slingshot. She'll be fine.
Here, say hi.
All right, Bunny.
Look, you don't even know you're looking at people.
Oh, look. Who's that? Say hey, everybody.
Did this become a family reunion?
Yeah, this is our family.
No.
No! All right. I like that she smells.
Thank you.
Gus is like, this is me to.
We just want Johnny.
Yeah.
We need the big one. So if you see the big one, let us know because it's a big problem.
Yeah, Gus, will you look in her bed and see if you see the big Johnny? George is having her first crush ever, and it is Johnny, the gorilla from that movie Sing,
Oh my God.
played by Taron Egerton. So if anyone knows Taron and can get him to call my daughter, she will lose her mind.
You know
She
you
has
had the same
3
spirit.
different Johnny dolls in the house. Don't stand on that bus. You'll break your leg.
I'm standing on it.
Yeah, Johnny's super big hit in the house. But every night before she goes to bed, she has to have all the Johnny dolls. So it's like a big one, and then 2 little ones, and then Rosita and Gunter,
Oh, yeah, I got this.
and Nina. All the characters. How many times a day do we watch Sing? Like, you're being such a creep right now.
No, I thought I
Okay, read me another question.
Okay. Christy from New Tazewell, Tennessee.
Very good.
How did you get starting in acting?
Ooh. So apparently, I started hamming it up when I was right about your sister's age, like 2-3 years
Just so
old.
you know, I'm looking at this and Gus is being so fucking creepy. It's crazy.
Are you watching the Instagram live on your
He's
phone?
sitting behind you.
Yeah,
being
no, I know.
So creepy.
It's super meta right now because Dad is watching this in the other room, watching you just like lurk in and out of frame, like, hey everybody.
Dad, if you're watching this right now,
Sometimes people make fun of Jeff and I because we'll talk to each other on Twitter. And they're like, aren't you two in the same house together? But the property's so big that your dad and I kind of use social media like walkie-talkies. Like, hey, do you want to come up for dinner?
You know how you could just buy me batteries from my walkie-talkies?
Well, that would probably be a lot easier.
And I'll just go away.
Okay.
Go away.
Wait, what was the question? I forgot what the question was.
The question? How did you get started?
Oh, yeah. So my mom and dad put me in these classes when I was a kid, like at Erickson Modeling School. And it was one of those places that just charges you money to take pictures of your child. But, to be fair, I learned how to do stuff in front of a camera. And then I started doing theater when I was about 8. And I did theater until I moved to New York when I graduated high school. That was my deal. And thankfully, in DC and outside of DC, there's some really good theaters. I'm gonna take you there at some point. Like, we'll go to Ford's Theater. I did classes there. We'll go to the Kennedy Center. We'll go to Wolf Trap, where I did The Marriage of Figaro. I know you're riveted. You can't wait to go on Mom's theater tour of Northern Virginia. What do you got for me now?
Okay, Maggie from Nashville, Tennessee.
Hey, Maggie.
What do you do to battle anxiety? She has a lot of anxiety. In fact, I think she has anxiety right now.
You think I have a lot of anxiety?
Yes.
What do I do to cope with anxiety?
Thanks. Thanks.
Things?
Thanks.
I don't know, man. I think you hit a point in your life where you realize, like, everybody's got anxiety, and everybody's life just gets weird sometimes. And you know that tomorrow's new. Yeah, tomorrow's a brand new day with no mistakes in it yet. So knowing that makes whatever's happening in the now, tomorrow's gonna be better. It'll be better. Always is. What's next?
Okay.
I'm a little paranoid now knowing that Dad's watching in the other room. Hold on,
Oh
is
my
Dad gonna comment? Does Dad know how to comment?
Does Dad know how to comment?
I don't know.
I don't want to know.
I don't know either.
Everyone stop commenting. You never know if he's going to comment. And
No, I'm so nervous.
And then just
You know he's
flies
trying to figure it out right now.
by. Yeah, right now.
How do I say something snarky to Mama? All right.
Did he successfully did?
Wait, he did? He commented? Oh, he has been commenting? Damn. Hey, look, it's Miss Johnson, my high school teachers. Hi, Mr. and Mrs. Johnson. How are you?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I missed it. Okay. All right, fine. Fine. All right,
Fine.
do you have another question? Oh, there he is, commenting. I am. Hi, Dad. You're cute. You're cute.
Don't I look beautiful?
Gus doesn't know what a cable access show is, but I'm going to tell you guys, this is my first time, like, I've been on other people's Instagram live things before. This is my first time having to navigate this. It feels like a cable access show, circa, like, 1993, where it's just a bunch of idiots sitting around being idiots. It's everything I wanted in high school.
So,
Okay.
this is from Jasmine, Richmond, Virginia.
Oh, Richmond. We like Richmond.
What was the last thing you did for the first time?
Do one of these Instagram live things.
That
Right? Yeah.
works.
Yeah, that works. Thanks, Jasmine. I love Richmond. Carey Street is where I used to buy all my back to school clothes at like thrift stores and antique shops. Super fun.
Okay. Ryle from
Alamogordo!
New Mexico.
That sounds like a fun town.
Can you really draw like Peyton? During your
Yeah. Fertility.
fertility problems, did you and your husband lose faith?
No. Do I really draw? I draw on Gus's napkins and his lunchbox
Yeah, she's
for
pretty
school.
good.
Like on a scale of
Better me.
You
Like,
think so?
From scale of 1 to 10, I'm like a 3 because all my comics are just stick figures.
Yeah, but you're so good at motion. and you're really good at expression.
But no, really, I do this comic called Dumb Man.
It's your superhero.
And you should see how he walks.
Yeah, he's got the moves. Yeah, we have a pretty artsy house. Literally every piece of paper in our house is scribbled on, whether it's by me or Jeff or Gus. So I wouldn't say I'm Peyton Sawyer artsy, but I'm mom coloring napkins in the lunchbox artsy.
Yay!
It's gotta be worth something, right? What's next? What's next?
Oh, it's so hard to find.
That's a good one.
Julian from North Canton, Ohio.
Very good. Hello,
I love
Julian.
all your on-screen personas, but I really appreciate the candid and authentic way you are and your family live. My husband and I are big fans of One Tree Hill and Supernatural.
Oh, right on. Thank you so much. That's really nice, Julian. Yeah, you know, I love that Jeff was on Supernatural. Was Supernatural on the WB for like 1 year? I don't know, those WB days, right? Like before the CW started.
I
Those
think
are
I just
fun
found
days.
the one I was gonna do. But then
Okay. Which one do you want to
Okay.
ask?
Lindsay from... Wait, did I already do this one?
That's, no, Bathurst, New Brunswick.
What's your favorite word?
My favorite word?
No.
Do you know what my favorite word is?
It took you a while to react to that, huh?
You think my favorite word is no?
Of course it is! In fact, I am sure of it!
That's awesome, Gus. You're pretty quick. That's a clever kid.
No.
Hi, Italy. Okay, my favorite word is actually the word penumbra.
Penumbra is a fancy word for no, right?
No, and I don't even know if that's how you actually pronounce it, or if it's just numbra, and the P is silent. Who knows? I've only ever read it in a book. I read it in C.S. Lewis's The Great Divorce when I was 15, and I didn't know what it meant, so I had to go and look it up. And it means like a shadow, like a veil over something. And so I put it. What is Jeff saying? I see people laughing at your dad. I can never keep up with this scroll
Okay,
because
never
my
mind.
eyeballs. I
Okay,
can't read
never
this
mind,
off.
I'm on
Sorry.
text duty.
Penumbra. You're on text duty now?
LOL. It's
It is no.
No.
Jeff! You're full of it. Ask a new question, Gus.
No. No. Okay.
But then what did I say when you said that? I was like, no, it's not. Hilarious.
Okay.
Did somebody say butts? Butts is...
Wait, what?
I don't know, I just saw
No,
somebody write...
that's my favorite word.
Butts is your favorite word?
Yeah.
Butts. We're a mess,
I like
Gus.
saying it very fast.
No. Hey, Alabama. Let's see, Sydney. Oh, hey, Allison. Hi.
Mom, we're running short on it.
Okay, let me see.
Oh,
Oh, no, here, you can scroll up, boss. Right here. Okay.
Uh,
Oh, honey, look.
no. Candace from Sharon, Connecticut. What is your favorite part about living in the Hudson Valley?
Oh, my gosh.
Many things.
Many things. It is so beautiful here. And the landscape is really inspirational. There was the Hudson Valley School of Painting in, what was that, like the 18th century? I should know more about it. But there were painters from all over the world that came here to study the landscape here, 19th century. They hung out at this big estate called Olana, and they just paint the river and the sky, and it was all ever changing, and it's really, really beautiful. And so we've lived in environments before where people are fixated on like what car you drive or how big your house is and what shoes you're wearing and a lot of this material stuff. And there's so much beauty here in the Hudson Valley that it's for everyone. Like, you don't have to own it to enjoy
What
it.
shoes I'm wearing?
Oh, gosh. Clearly my son is as poetic as I am. Gus is like, I like nice shoes. I'll take nice
I
shoes.
like nice shoes.
All right, what's the next question,
Where's
dude?
my jeans?
Or should I take some questions from here? Hold on, let me see.
Yeah.
Do I miss the gang from One Tree Hill? Well, duh. Yeah, I talk to them all the time. All the time. Hi in the UK. Colin told us about your night at the drag show. Honey, it wasn't even a night. Gus, your hair looks too fab. That's what your dad said. So Gus, when quarantine first started, Gus was feeling...
I was bored.
He was bored and he just wanted to do something, and so he asked me to color his hair like a color. I said, yeah, but your hair is so dark, we're gonna have to lighten it up a little bit first. And so I lightened up the ends of his hair before we put a color in there, and he was
I just
like,
liked it like that.
was like, hold on, I look good. He did look good. He looked really good. Are you gonna go give all the donkeys some makeovers now? Give some donkey highlights? All right, give me another question. Let's see. What haven't I answered yet? Have I answered all these?
Most of them.
Wow, great. What's a new tradition we've created with our family? Well, we make dandelion wine, which is something that I had never really even heard of. Apparently my grandfather made it, but I didn't know him. He passed before I was born. And so when I got Ray Bradbury's Dandelion Wine as a teenager, I read it, and I, was years away from starting my own family, but I knew that that was something that I was going to want to do with them. And so every year, exactly this time of year, sometimes it's on Mother's Day, sometimes it's earlier and it's closer to Jeff's birthday, we go out into the yard with big, huge buckets, and we collect all the dandelion heads. And our sweet dog, Bizu, liked to roll around in them so much that we started calling them Bizu lions. So now we make our special Mischief Farm Bizu lion wine. And it's just it's a rite of passage. It's a way to honor the spring, and, it's a nice thing to teach our kids.
Okay.
Teaching them how to make wine at 10 years old because we're classy like that. Yeah, that's something that I love. Adriana,
Evansville, Indiana. What Dolly Parton song is your favorite?
Oh, honey, do you know the answer to this?
I have no clue.
I used to sing it to you in the bathtub.
I don't know Dolly Parton, so...
What? The problem is you do know Dolly Parton. You just don't know that you know Dolly Parton. Remember that song Applejack I used to sing to you in the bathtub all the time?
That's Dolly Parton.
That's Dolly Parton.
That's Dolly Parton.
Applejack is my favorite.
What do you know? They're cereal based off.
It's not a song about the cereal Applejack, Gus.
It's about the cereal.
I'm failing as a parent. Applejack is great. That was my
Remember
karaoke
you
song.
specifically telling
That's
me
a lot of hearts on there.
it's about cereal.
Right on. Okay, let's see. What is something I regret? I'm not gonna tell you. Come on, don't be crazy. Applejack is the best. See, people agree with me. I know he doesn't know Dolly because he's too
regrets
busy
having George.
playing Minecraft.
She regrets
Talking to
having
Dan
George.
Tedium. Someone from Turkey is saying hi. On the audiobook, yes, I am reading the audiobook. Our favorite hike in the Hudson Valley is probably Poets Walk. We really like Poets Walk. We used to do that for Mother's Day. Will there be a ghost stories this year? We are paying very close attention to the safety recommendations made by our state. And so when there's a vaccine and we are able to safely all be together, then absolutely we'll do more Ghost Stories event. But maybe we'll do something virtual this year. What I've really appreciated is that so many people have become very creative and innovative in switching from live events to virtual events like this. So we'll do something fun. Yeah, my favorite, Peyton's your favorite character of all time. That's really nice. Okay, signed books in Europe. I see a lot of people ask about that. Okay. I don't know what the deal is with international sales, to be perfectly honest with you. I know a lot of people are telling me things are sold out. I do know that my local bookstore, Oblong Books, has been really lovely about shipping books to people. So it's going to cost a little bit more, a lot more for shipping, but we're not charging anything extra for the autograph. So if you want it right away, that's an option for you. If you're willing to wait a little bit, or go on the HarperCollins website, they'll be able to direct you to where books are available in your area. That's the deal. Brazil, I hope the book comes there. Oh, Gus, they're asking about your photography.
Oh.
Oh. When did you become such a good photographer, young man? Tell me everything.
It all just started taking pictures of stuff. I have no clue how it started.
You started taking pictures of Legos with your dad's iPad when you were like 2. We just would find like hundreds of pictures of Legos. Okay, so it's 6:55, so I have 5 minutes left. I'm going to finish signing the sheet. But Gus, will you get me that thing of mask stuff? Because I think it's important that while we've got everybody here, we talk about masks for a second. Hold on a second. Let me finish signing this sheet. Morgan, and then I'll finish signing all of them. When the children are asleep. Okay. Donezo. Over there. So we've got 4 minutes. Here's what we got, friends. 4 minutes? Calm it down. There are 2 different patterns that I have been using, and I like to make a little of each kind, a lot of each kind, because different doctors and nurses or different essential workers like different styles. So what I've gotten from a number of my doctor friends is that okay, we're back. My doctor friends prefer this pattern from Common Sewing, and Gus has been really cool about helping me. And they like it because it has this bump in the nose that sits nicely and it doesn't fog up their glasses. And it goes down kind of like deep under their chin so they can really cover an N95 mask with this one. Or there is another pattern on sarahmaker.com, and that one's really, really easy. And it uses, hold on, there's Dad. Oh yeah, your dad has seen you act like a total weirdo. He's like, yeah, that's my kid. Glitch. So the Sarah Maker one is just a rectangle, and that's on sarahmaker.com. It is 15.5 long by 8.5 wide. And what you want to use is a material called polypropylene. Now, polypropylene, you can find it all over your house. Your reusable shopping bags are made from it. We got a ton of Amazon gift bags this year because my family lives far away and they couldn't wrap presents. So they'd order things off Amazon, and the bags that Amazon uses, there's like a sheer layer and the underneath layer is polypropylene. So we had a ton of that already in the house. Or if you order sometimes like closet organizational things like shoe caddies that are made out of fabric, or things that are like clothing dust covers, they're all made of polypropylene. So if you can get your hands on this, great. If you cannot, a cotton blend is probably best. And then, yeah, what I have been doing is a little bit of a mix. I have been using polypropylene as the outside layer. And then I've been using cotton as the inside layer, because we want to think about this as we don't want to get any germs, but we also want to keep our germs locked in here so that they don't spread out to anybody else. So what you're going to want to do for the Common Sewing pattern here is you're going to cut out 2 pieces using this pattern, and you are going to, here, can I see these guys right here? You're going to lay down the first layer, and then I like to use ties made of t-shirt material because they're really, really soft and they're really easy to make. They're not labor intensive at all, and you can adjust them to people's head size. With the elastic, you're kind of guessing what's going to fit the person it's being given to. So this allows everyone to cater it to their own head. All you do is lay out a t-shirt, you measure out 1-inch strips, and you cut. So you have 4 of these, and you lay them down, and then just kind of gather them in the center so they're out of the way of your sewing machine. But you put one in each corner, and don't put it exactly in the corner. You're going to want it just like half an inch below. Here, keep that out of the way. And then once you have this on, you sandwich all the ties with the other layer, and you pin all the way around. And then on my sewing machine, ta-da, I start at this lower corner. I sew all the way up and around. And as you sew, it locks those ties into place. I do the nose, I come back down the other side, and then I come down to about here and I stop so that there's a gap in the middle. And that's where I turn it inside out. And so once you turn it inside out, your ties are on the outside. What are you seeing there, buddy?
I see Dad texting something.
Oh, your dad's being sweet. Oh, you're cute. So once you get it all turned inside out, then you just fold in that little piece along the bottom that you didn't sew, and you sew along that so it's locked in place. And I like to sew a channel along the top so that it just makes it a little sturdier up here, so it doesn't like kind of fold in on itself or anything. Once you do that, that's when you're going to want to pleat your mask. And so you start by just folding down, and you always want the pleats to go down. If they were going up, then stuff would like fall in and get trapped in your mask. So you're going to pleat 3 times, and you will eventually end up with something like this. So once you put your pleats in, you pin them, you just sew along the sides right here, and then when you pop that mask, you've got a nice, soft, reusable mask. It's so important to make reusable masks. And everyone's going to have to wear masks for the foreseeable future. So if you've got the means to make them, please, 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 please do it. Please.
Okay, great, and that's me.
The other pattern, so the rectangle pattern, what you do is really easy. You're going to fold it in half, and you're going to sew along here, and you're going to sew along here. And you're going to leave a little gap in the center, and that's where you can fit a filter in once this whole thing's done. So once you've sewn along here and you've got a nice seam, you are going to pop it like that. And that seam will now go in the center of the mask, which will eventually be hidden. But that way you can put a filter in there, and you're going to put your straps in, just tuck your straps in the same way you did before, and sew along this side, sew along this side, and then use that little hole that was in the center to turn the whole thing inside out. Again, your straps will come out. You're going to want to use like a pen or something to sharpen your corners, just to, make sure they're not turned in on themselves. You'll pleat the same exact way you pleated this, and you will have a mask. So I'm so grateful that you guys joined us. Honestly, you've been so, so nice in supporting the book. I want to support you guys and your communities and everybody's health and safety. So yeah, join our mask army.
Yay!
Thank you so much. I can't wait for you guys to get all these book plates and these autographed books.
We'll make a tank and freaking blow up coronavirus.
That's my kid. I'm going to go parent now, but giving you guys big kisses. I will be back on at 8 o'clock with the White Collar Cast with Stars in the House. And also make sure you guys have your TV on while your computer's on, because I will also be premiering on Council of Dads tonight on NBC. I love that cast. So I'm excited for you guys to meet Margot. I love you. I love you. Thank you for being here.
Okay, great. Where's the cookies?